attention. I know.
I wanted attention. All right.
No.
I'll see you guys later. Oh, dude.
Don't be that guy.
It's not your comment.
Hey everyone, welcome to the second annual Em-Hel comedy show. I'm Helen,
And I'm Emma.
and we're so glad you guys could make it. Wow, what a great turnout.
Yeah, it's so great to be back. Before we begin, we'd like to give a special shout out to all of our most loyal fans who were lucky enough to get a ticket to every single one of our comedy shows.
Now, some of you guys might know today is International Women's Day, so I'd like to thank you guys for supporting your international woman.
Yes, and as you know, comedy isn't the most diverse of industries, so it's very rare to have two international women on one stage performing comedy. And as many of you may know, I'm a quarter Mexican.
So, before we start the show, I'd like to give out a few small reminders.
Really, Helen, is this necessary?
First, flash photography is not permitted. It distracts the performers.
Helen, it seems like you're just stalling because we don't have enough
Second,
content.
there are two emergency exits in this building, right there and right there. In case of emergency, please call me exit.
Okay, that's enough, Mr. Weaver. Thanks for the reminds.
Okay, let's get to the show. So speaking of Mr. Weaver, actually, the other day, Em and I were in the middle of writing our script when we saw Mr. Weaver, and we asked if he was gonna come, and he said, really, another one? But we took it as a compliment.
Yeah, I mean, even besides Mr. Weaver, we've been getting a lot of love and support from all of our friends and family. Just yesterday, I asked my dad if he was going to be coming to our comedy show, and he said, yes, of course. But is it just going to be a ton of puns again? And I said, no, Dad, don't worry. You're no pun.
And when we saw Songkop at school, he said, really, guys, you're doing another one? The last one wasn't even funny. Well, this time, we're not doing any puns. This is the one and only pun.
Yeah, so we're done. we're officially done with puns now, so we're just going to get on with the show.
Okay, so
So, you know, Helen, even though we've gotten a lot of hates in our newest comedy endeavors, I think you're looking quite dynamic tonight.
thanks, Emma. I think you're looking dynamic too. Well, speaking of our dynamicness, recently after our first comedy show, we've gotten pretty famous. And I've got to say that it's a little bit awkward when our fans recognize us in public.
Definitely. And I know this part of our comedy show might not be super relatable for all of you guys, considering none of you are so famous as we are, but we just wanted to vent our problems of stardom for a minute.
Exactly. The other day I was in class and someone came up to me and they said, were you and Emma the ones in those weird pineapple suits? And I said, yes, you guys, you can have my autograph. We're just like you. Please don't scream. We're just famous.
Yeah, being famous is so hard. One girl commented on my Instagram post and said, oh, so you and Helen were the ones psychotically dancing in the park with mannequin heads in your sweatshirt? And I too said, yes, you can have our autograph. Please don't scream. We're just like you, except famous.
And just yesterday, Em and I were walking to school in the morning, and we overheard some girl saying, why are those two so loud about being dynamic? It's too early.
Unfortunately, she had already passed by the time we could give her our autograph. I guess she was just too shy.
Now, the question is inevitable.
Wait. I have a question.
Oh, there's a question in the audience. Yes, Evan, what's up?
Can I have your autograph?
Yes, of course, you can have our autograph. Please don't scream. We're just like you.
Except we're famous.
So yeah, you could say we're pretty famous.
And since we've gotten so famous, I'm sure all of you have already heard from all of our fans that we recently participated in March Madness.
And so, you're probably wondering how our debut into the basketball industry went.
And as many of you may know, senior service hours are due soon, so we decided to take on a community service project ourselves by taking in Jonathan Yee to our basketball team.
Because of our kindness and generosity, we gave him the once-in-a-lifetime chance to play amongst gods.
And to be clear here, we're not talking about our other teammate, Emily Tincher, who is on varsity basketball and already committed to playing college.
We're talking about us. Oh yeah.
And so some of you guys might be wondering now, how did we do? Well, we only lost by 2 points.
Yeah, it was 2-4.
And now you guys are probably shocked and wondering, how did this happen? Well, we'd like to give a special shout out to one of our starting teammates,
Jonathan,
starting left bench.
who made us lose the game.
Oh, maybe Jonathan was just too focused on his Tinder game. So moral of the story, to any of you guys who are considering putting Jonathan on your basketball team, swipe left.
So, in true Em-Hel comedy tradition, we have to document this iconic day. Okay, we're back in Pleasanton. Make some noise! I didn't take it. We're gonna do it again.
Take two.
Okay, we're back in Pleasanton.
Okay, so now I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for the big moment when we would do our big reveal. But first we have to give a little backstory.
So we're gonna take it back to our very first comedy show, our humble roots.
So after we performed the most successful comedy show in Pleasanton's history and the beginning of our rise to fame, we thought we had our big break.
Yep, we were still told we didn't appeal to the crowd. But after lots of months of hard work and perseverance,
Pouring blood, sweat, and tears into our art.
we're finally proud to announce what you've all been waiting for.
Drum roll, please.